presentation, and this is Rastelli's 8 or 16 6-ounce premium pork steaks, but they're breaded.
They are.
And our customers said, hey, can you take those steaks that we love, and boy, do you love them. 4.5 million have been ordered on QVC. I know I've ordered a lot of them myself. The next evolution in this is breading. So leave it to the Rastellis to make this panko, Parmesan, parsley, and seasoning.
That's right.
And you've got a beautiful breaded pork, premium pork ribeye steak. This is Ray Rastelli, our own personal butcher, who has been a butcher longer than he's been at QVC. You've been a butcher for 48 years?
49 years now.
49 years,
yep,
excuse me. All right, I cheated
50.
you a year. Now, 49, working on 50. And you've been at QVC, is it 10 years now?
10 years now.
10 years now. I am so excited about these. First time we had these on the air, blew out the door.
Yes.
Second time we had them on the air, blew out the door. Third time we had them on the air, you're looking at it.
That's right.
This is very popular. Since we kicked this off at midnight last night, over 11,400 have been ordered. 400 already ordered in this show. If you can, sir, talk to us about a premium pork ribeye steak, because maybe some people haven't heard of this before.
Yes, and I'm going to take you to the block in a minute, but what I want you to see here is I want you to see just how beautiful and how moist this product is. Now, it starts with that premium ribeye pork steak. Now, you know, David used to say to me all the time, don't call it a pork chop because you're going to hurt its feelings.
You'll hurt its feelings.
And you really will, because it's not a pork chop. And I'm going to show you what we did with this ribeye. Now, what really makes it special is this is local pork, right from the Pennsylvania Dutch Amish country. It's Dora Cogs, which means it's the highest level of pork that you're going to get.
All grown here in the USA.
Right here, actually right here in our backyard in Pennsylvania, which is really, really nice, because pork, unlike beef, you don't want to age. You want to bring it right into the butcher shop. And when we get it in the butcher shop, what we do is we trim it completely. We take the rib bones off of it. We take all of the outside fat and any gristle. So you are going to eat from one end to the other. But I wanted to make it easy because our QVC guest said, Ray, can you make that breaded for us? Can you make that beautiful breading that you were showing us? So we did that. It took about 8 months to come up with what we think is absolutely perfect size, gives you the ability to go from end to end, and most importantly, David, it's easy. When you cook this for the very first time, and it takes 15 minutes, 7 minutes on each side, it's the first time it's being cooked. All we do is par-bake it to be able to keep the panko and that beautiful Parmesan cheese right inside of that.
Right where it belongs.
Yes.
And you're going to have a lot of pork and a little bit of breading. It's not the other way around.
That's right.
We've all had breaded protein before, where all you taste is the breading. This is going to be different. You're going to taste the protein, the pork.
Yes.
And then you're going to appreciate the breading, because there's just enough there to make this meal complete. Now, these cook from frozen, is that right?
Right from frozen. And the nice part about this, and part of this was, you know, part of the eating experience is to get something that's really, really tender, right? Really juicy.
Did you say tender?
Right with a fork. There you go, David.
There it is.
There you, you got to look at that.
There it is.
But
some good stuff. Mr. Rastelli brings a lot of really good product to QVC. Your pork steaks are one of my favorite.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I've sent them to my mother for Mother's Day, because my Mother's Day, my mom's birthday, and Easter are very close together. If we all sent flowers to her house, it would look like a greenhouse.
Sure of that.
So I sent her pork steaks one year, and she was like, I'm so happy with these because I can make them so many different ways.
Yes.
I can top salads with them, have them with pasta, have them with mashed potatoes and a vegetable, whatever. These are lovely. And now that they're breaded, they're even more versatile.
They're more versatile and easier. So I want you to listen to this. Of course, that's that panko breading. So, you know, part of the eating experience is the different textures you get into your mouth when you bite. So you're going to get that nice crunch on the outside of this pork steak, but when you bite into it, you're going to have that ribeye flavor, that moisture, that great marbling. And when you mix that with our Parmesan and our salt and pepper and some special Italian herbs, you have a true pork cutlet.
Now, these are going to come in bags like this. Now, inside is a vacuum sealed package with 4 pork steaks, pre-breaded pork steaks. Now, these will come to you frozen, hard as a rock.
That's right.
You put them in your air fryer or your conventional oven.
Either one.
From frozen, and you cook them 7 minutes per side?
7 minutes per side, and you have a beautiful pork cutlet that is going to be tender, juicy with every single bite.
Now, Mr. Rastelli has been a butcher for going on 49 years. He loves to go to the butcher block and show you the raw product. So tonight is no exception after we go ahead and dress up this salad with some delicious bread.
I wanted to drop that on there because I wanted you to see how much actually pork ribeyes there. Remember, you're going to eat from one end to the other because there's no fat.
Balsamic glaze on
right
there.
on top.
That could be ranch dressing on there.
So let me take you to that meat block.
Let's go over to the meat block.
This is where I'm most comfortable. Cooking for me is, I like to try to make it simple and easy, but when it gets to the meat block, this is really where I grew up. Pork prime rib, that's what this is. We all know that beef prime rib is the one that's got all that beautiful marbling on it. It's got incredible texture, it's going to be juicy, and we love that prime rib. Well, this is that same prime rib, but from pork, Duroc pork, right here from Pennsylvania. Then we usually take and cut that 6-ounce steak that you all love. Again, 4.5 million steaks we have cut for our QVC family. And this is how you typically got them. You got them individually vacuum packaged. Well, what we do is before we package them, we take them and pound them out a little bit, David, not very much, to get to a consistent thickness of about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. We take that, we flour it, we batter it, and of course we add our panko breadcrumb, our Parmesan cheese, our salt, pepper, parsley, and of course this is what you get. You get this beautiful pork ribeye steak cutlet.
And you can pop these in your air fryer. You can pop them in your oven from frozen, 7 minutes per side. And there's even a little cooking guide that's included here. Let's take a look at that because the cooking guide is important.
Yes, and the cooking guide tells you exactly what to do if you're going to use an oven or if you're going to use an air fryer. Now, the flip side of that is going to give you 4 15-minute recipes that you're going to have the most incredibly delicious pork parmesan, pork Milanese, pork fried steak on a plate in less than 15 minutes. And that's really important because in our busy lives, we still want to eat something really, really good, but simple and easy.
You come home on a random Tuesday night and you're like, what's for dinner? You open the freezer and you're like, the angel choir begins. Because then suddenly you're like, oh, I can cook these from frozen.
That's right.
And they're only 7 minutes per side from frozen. And I can throw them in the air fryer if I choose. This is lovely. Now, all pork steaks, like beef ribeyes, have what's called a decal.
That's right.
Meaning there is a very tender portion to
That's
this
right,
steak.
right on the top of that. And you'll when you cut through that steak, you'll see where the decal is. But I will guarantee you, every piece of this is going to be tender. And part of that tenderness is because, again, it's the pork ribeye from Duroc Hogs. But let me show you something really simple. And this is what I love about this, David.
Okay.
So I'm going to go to the oven, and this took 15 minutes in the oven, right? And that's all it took, 7 minutes on each side. I took one of our pork
Did you make
steaks.
pork parmesan?
I made a pork parmesan.
Oh,
so
yum.
I want you to see just how beautiful this is, right? All I did was took one of my cutlets, put it in that oven for 7 minutes, and then, of course, flipped it over. And at the 5-minute mark, I just put some cheese on top, some of that gravy, got some broccoli rabe in there, finished it for 2 minutes to get that cheese melted, and look at how beautiful that is. That took 15 minutes. And your family is going to absolutely go crazy over it because it's going to be tender, it's going to be juicy, and it's going to be something they thought you spent lots and lots of time. We've done all the work. You don't have to worry about the ingredients.
Oh, wait, let's
it's
stop
all
that with
simple
some
and
Parmesan.
done. Oh, there you go.
There it is.
Right on top of there.
On top.
Oh, my goodness.
Parmesan cheese.
Yep.
And now it's ready for the dinner table.
That is.
That is lovely, lovely, lovely product. And if you're like Ray's wife and you make your own sauce, great. If you open up a jarred sauce, there's no shame in your game. It is a very respectable thing to buy a jarred sauce if you don't have time to make. And I buy a lot of jarred sauce because I have very little time to make sauce. This is a lovely product. And 7 minutes per side from frozen. You pop this in your oven. Maybe you put some buffalo mozzarella on it, like we have here.
That's what we did, Dave. We put buffalo mozzarella, but what's underneath of there is a nice Louisiana hot sauce, right? So think about that hot sauce melting right into that beautiful pork cutlet, some buffalo mozzarella on top. Think about what that's going to do to your family, how they're going to love that. This is going to be one of those game day things because that hot buffalo sauce seems to always fit with that game day.
And then maybe we'll add some red sauce, some brown gravy, some white gravy. I mean, it all depends on what you love. This is one of the most versatile things that you can buy. And I'm going to take your salad and bring it over to our Valentine's dinner table.
Perfect.
This is our wedge salad with pork cutlets and balsamic glaze. Yum. All right, let's come over here and let's put this on the table. And I'm just going to add this to our Dinner with David table. And we've got a beautiful pork cutlet wedge salad to make our Valentine table complete. This is lovely. Mr. Rastelli, I hope you're hungry because we're going to feed you, sir. All right, let's make our way back over here. And let's remind everybody that these are going very quickly. If you're looking to make sliders, cut them up.
Yes, so David, one of these pork cutlets, I'm gonna just take that and I'm gonna cut it into quarters. I've got these beautiful sliders here, and all I'm gonna do is take those sliders, put them on top of each one of our rolls here. I want you to see how far this goes and how thick these actually are. That is so simple to do, and you know what? Everybody's going to be excited on game day because we've got something that went an awful long way. We've made 4 sliders out of one of these, and it's easy, simple, because in 15 minutes, look at how beautiful those sliders are.
Look at these gorgeous sliders, right? Go Birds.
Yes.
Hey, we are less than 2 weeks away from the big game. The big game is coming up on the 9th of February. If you're looking to host anybody for family movie night, maybe it's game night, whatever the occasion, or it's a random Tuesday just for dinner. These are delightful because they cook from frozen.
Right from frozen.
And they're 7 minutes per side. So if you are thinking, if you're one of the millions of people who own an air fryer at home, then power that bad boy up.
That's right.
It's time now for us to enjoy all of these breaded premium pork steaks. And these are pork ribeyes.
They are.
There is nothing like it. When you taste this, you're going to be like, where's this been all my life? Where have I been? This is a lovely product. Don't miss out on this as your final presentation. We're not going to have another look at this today. Look how juicy that is.
Look at that, and that juiciness is because, again, it's a ribeye. That's what you get out of a great steak. Well, that's what you're going to get out of this beautiful pork cutlet. And again, because we add the panko, the Parmesan cheese, you're going to get all that flavor that just melts right into it.
I might have taken a fork right through this one.
Yep.
Right through that one.
And you can do that. That's what's really nice about this. Look how thick this piece is. And David, I'm going to go right through the center of, as thick as that is, with my fork. I mean, that means you start with the great piece of pork. And again, as a butcher, I make sure I've got to inspect what I expect. So every one of those farmers expect me to be there, expect me to make sure that I get the very, very best for my guests.
There is a reason we have sold 4.5 million of these steaks. They are tremendously delicious.
Yes, they really are.
And then you throw a little breading on them and they get even more delicious. And how do we know that we have the breading? Because all of you said, hey, can you do the pork ribeye with breading on it? And you created this product. So we add a little white pepper gravy to it. If you have none, but you have some Heartland Fresh at home, maybe there's a packet of gravy.
There you go.
Mix lying around.
Yep.
Serve that over your pork, premium pork breaded ribeye steak. This is excellent product. You are going to choose either the 8 or the 16. 8 of them are $69.98. 16 of them are $99.98. All are on 4-pay. And this is all free shipping and handling. Now, if you decide you want to keep a good thing coming, and most people do, you can go with auto delivery. Now, auto delivery delivers every 60 days for 1 year. That's every 2 months for 1 year. Even if the cost of pork goes up, and it likely will, Mr. Rastelli has promised to guarantee you the same low price for 1 whole year.
That is correct. So David, I just took 2 of the pork cutlets. This is one of my favorites, especially around the game days, right? This is a 14 or 16-inch Italian loaf of bread, right? Now what we've done is we've put some sharp provolone in the bottom of that, melted on that bread. We've got some roasted peppers right on top. We've got some broccoli rabe, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pieces of pork that I just sliced, and I'm going to fill this to show you that just 2 pieces is going to take and make an entire sandwich that I'm going to wind up with getting anywhere from 7 to 8 sandwiches out of it. And this, again, this is just 2 of our pork cutlets, right?
Gee, I hope you don't run out of sandwich before you run out of pork.
We're going to run out of sandwich, yep. So I'm going to put a little bit on top here, fit a little piece there. But look at how simple that is, right? Remember, that took 15 minutes to make.
That's a good time sandwich right there, boys and girls.
Simple as that. I've got my my game day football toothpicks right on top.
And we're approaching now 1,000 sets ordered in this show alone. Add that to what's been ordered for the day, and you're looking at a total of, since midnight, Over 12,000 now have been ordered since midnight last night. Please don't wait on this. Everybody is looking for something that is delicious, easy, and fast, and this is certainly one of those things.
It really is. When you think about it, you're going to take it home, you're going to pop them in your freezer, pull out one at a time, because again, they're all individually quick frozen, and then